One of Bubba's friends who's way smarter than him.
Way smarter.
Way more
I
successful.
hang out with smarter people just because it's the way to be smarter.
Well, I'll let you introduce him then.
Dr. Bijoy John, who, man, he's done it all. At one point, you were a pulmonary surgeon. Then you all of a sudden shifted gears. Your whole life changed over as you got into sleep, became a sleep doctor.
I've always been practicing sleep medicine, but pulmonary and the intensive care takes over, right? Sleep problems are put in the back burner, but over the years, I thought the superpower, everybody needs to discover that. So.
How many hours of sleep should we be getting? And then is there an answer, or is it kind of like for everyone's a little? I feel like Bubba doesn't need as much as I do.
Yes, that's a question I get asked all the time. About 7 to 8 hours is pretty good for an adult. Children need more sleep, and then, of course, babies require a whole lot of sleep.
So
I must be a baby.
You're not a baby. You
No.
don't need much sleep.
No, it's funny because people say sleep like a baby. I wish I could. I wish I could sleep like a baby.
I listen. I had to think. So I have a CPAP at the house that I used, and before I had it, I woke up 35 times a night.
Yes.
It was awful. I would come in and be like completely brain dead, and I got that CPAP, completely changed everything for me.
Correct. You probably had sleep apnea, which is a major thing.
Yeah.
It adds 10 years to your life if you treat it correctly. So
yeah, I didn't realize how dangerous it is for mortality if you don't sleep well.
correct. I mean, it affects all parts of the body, the way you feel. We heal in our sleep. We grow in our sleep. All these ideas come.
Wait, we grow in our sleep?
Yes.
I'm done.
Oh,
I don't want
that's
to grow
why
anymore.
I'm short.
Yeah, Bubba's not.
I figured it out.
All right, listen. All right, we got some ideas for you. As Dr. Bijoy John is joining us, going to help you sleep some tips and some ideas. We'll do that in this new book. It's called Nobody's Sleeping: 7 Proven Sleep Strategies to Help You Sleep Better health and happiness. On the way, coming up. So how are you sleeping? How'd you sleep last night? It seems like everyone having I don't know anyone who sleeps well. I really don't. I do. I don't sleep too bad, but I go to sleep at
Big T's in bed at 6:30 at night.
Well, yeah, 6 or 7. I didn't want to come off as such a nerd, but wow, yeah.
Yeah, 7. That's a late night.
So what do people do? If someone's listening right now, like, I don't sleep, man. I just sit there. My brain, I can't turn it off.
Yes, that's that's what I teach in my 7 proven sleep strategies, how to turn your brain off, right? So I even have an acronym for that. It's called Sleep Now. Right? It's available on my website, sleepfixacademy.com. But the thing is, everybody needs to have a schedule. See, some people like you, maybe you go to bed early and wake up early because of the nature of the work you do, right? Then there are shift workers. But generally, the schedule should be between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. That'll be the right time to be in bed.
To be in bed. What about do you recommend any kind of vitamins or supplements? Is there anything? I hear of magnesium is
Beer.
It
works.
Beer will be a bad choice. It puts beer and alcohol. Sometimes people turn to it, but it actually acts like an anesthetic. It numbs the brain. That's not sleep. We make our own melatonin, right? So we need to harness that and make it our own. So about magnesium is one of those hormones that helps to make the hormones like melatonin. So I recommend magnesium.
just taking a magnesium before bed or whatever, and then
Like how soon before bed? Like right before bed?
But 30 minutes prior. So
Okay.
that's one of those supplements, and vitamin D if you're deficient, that helps to make the hormones. So those are the couple of things I recommend.
What about the temperature in the room? I hear that if it needs to be colder than you think.
Correct, exactly. You're right on that. Melatonin, it only secretes in darkness and colder temperature. So
Really?
yes, absolutely.
So I didn't realize. I thought it was just a comfort thing, but you're saying the melatonin needs it to be cold.
Correct. So the melatonin secretes maximally just before our core body temperature drops. That's the science. So that's why, having big time exercise prior to going to sleep, because your body temperature is high. And when you travel to tropical countries, you don't sleep better because it's hot.
It's hot.
Yes. So, and also I just mentioned about melatonin, it only secretes in darkness. Mela means darkness. So guess what we are doing today? All of us are having our phone next to us and looking at it. And that light from the phone tells the brain, hey, it's still daytime. No need to go to sleep.
What are you, a doctor or something? This is so great.
So wait, what is the perfect temperature for sleeping? I mean, you said it's got to be cold.
Yeah,
so
how
obviously
cold?
it's got to be dark, but how cold?
I tell people to experiment between 65 and 70 degrees.
Wow.
That's a bit high for me. I'm going to drop that sucker on down to 61.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
See, I do like it cold. I like in the 50s, 60s at night.
Man.
Oh, I sleep so good.
Yes, that means that's you have to experiment and find, but generally and find out your right temperature. But then your spouse or your bed partner gets frozen, so I tell them to wear blankets for them.
I tell them to wear blankets.
Put on some PJs.
Yes.
You like this house you live in? Well, put a blanket on. Nobody sleeping. 7 proven sleep strategies for better health and happiness. You've really helped us a lot with just a couple of these strategies. Bijoy John, Dr. John, thank you. We appreciate
Hey,
it.
I want to real quick. Can we come back because I want to? We were talking about your CPAP, and he said there's some new stuff
Oh my! Oh,
that you
really?
need to look into. So
there's
yeah,
other
let's come right back. And
So
we'll
I
talk
don't
about
have to have that thing?
Maybe not. We'll have to look into it. We'll talk in a minute.
Okay, all right. Dr. Bijoy John joining us, Sleep Fix Academy, on how you can sleep better. So there's a lot of people who use CPAPs. I have a CPAP machine. I love it. But you're saying there's something maybe I don't have to do this, or maybe not?
Correct. CPAP is continuous positive airway pressure. It's been there for about 40 years. It's well researched and it works
Pretty well.
really well. But there are other alternatives. Depends upon the severity of your sleep apnea. So there is like oral appliances made by a dentist. Then there's something called
What'd you say? Oh, oral.
Oral
Yeah.
appliances.
Next is
Oral
Is that the thing that
appliances.
holds your tongue or something like
Come
that?
on. You mean like a mouth guard?
yes,
Okay.
but it has to be done right by a special dentist. So
All right.
it has to literally pull the jaw forward to get the tongue out of the way. The tongue is the major problem. It falls back and closes the airway. The CPAP, it's just like you just through and through. It just pushes the tongue out. So the other treatments are like something called Excite OSA. That's like a tongue stimulating device. So it strengthens the tongue.
Easy now.
Yes, I know what you're thinking. And then,
You're so cute. I wish there was a pocket you. I want to have you in my pocket.
and then
all the
it's the newer thing called Inspire, which is an implantable device.
time. I have seen that on TV.
Yeah, so
What does that do?
that sends a signal to the for the tongue to move forward and get out of the way. So it's all the therapy is all
Is that
getting
the
the
thing
tongue.
they put in your neck?
It's on the side.
It's
like on your
under
chest.
your the collarbone, just
collarbone,
below
clavicle.
that.
Oh yeah. Is that what JJ did?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we have a friend who was like the very
He's
first
one of the very
patient
first ones that did it.
in the world.
Yeah. But anyway.
So there's no need to be afraid. There's many choices, many treatments. So people not to be
Sleep's
afraid
such a
of-
big deal. I'm glad you came in because it's, I think, the number one thing people complain about. It's job and sleep and job. And they don't sleep because of their job. And they don't do their job well because they don't sleep well.
Correct. Sleep
And-
is the superpower. We need to
is.
discover. It's within ourselves and it's free.
It's
Okay, so
free.
what is finally what is the best sleeping position? Side, back, stomach.
So if you have a lot of aches and pains, back is the best. That's what most people sleep. But the next position should be on the left side, and then the right, and on the stomach should be the last one because you have a chance to choke on your own secretions. So that's the worst position to sleep.
I could have gone without that. Choke on your own secretions.
All right, Sleep Fix Academy.
When I sleep on my stomach, I look like a teeter-totter. Like kids hop on.
It's like a turtle, can't flip over.
Yeah, and it's nobody's sleeping. It's 7 proven sleep strategies. Dr. Bijoy John. It's good to see you again. Thank you.
Good
Take
to
care
see
of my
you.
boy over here, would you?
Thank you, guys.
Got it.
Well, because over the years, teenage kids have told you to like and subscribe, we don't have to say that anymore.
You know what to do.